Here's another beech tree. This one is only about 4 or 5 inches in diameter. And it also has some of the beech scale insects on it. Not that many. And we used to think, when I was an undergrad in forestry school, the thinking was that it took a number of decades for beech to be eligible to be infected again. But that doesn't seem to be the case now, as you have these younger trees. Some I've seen, 2-inch diameter trees that have the beech scale on them. But one thing that the beech scale and the nectaria complex, the beech bark disease, doesn't do is it doesn't kill the below ground part of the beech. So it kills the above ground part of the tree, but the root system survives, and beech are really good at sprouting from the root system. Thus, in the October Mountain State Forest, in the management plan for the area in the other videos, they were talking about going back and doing herbicide treatments to kill the beech. And that really isn't to control the disease, it's to control the regeneration. So beech can form these really dense, almost monocultures, because they sprout so vigorously from that mature root system. And what the foresters didn't want was the forest to regenerate to this monoculture of beech, excluding things like maples, oaks, and ash, birches, because the beech is much more shade tolerant than all those except for maybe the sugar maples. The sugar maples, though, are a preferred browse species by deer and moose, and beech is really not something that deer and moose like to browse on. Even when deer densities are really high, they will let the beech go and not browse on it. So beech has some of those competitive advantages, but eventually the disease will come back and strike those stands, and perhaps not allow them to reach maturity to produce seeds, things like that. Now you can see in this patch of woods, almost all of these trees are infected, some really heavily infected, and are on the decline. I've been trying to look for a large clean tree, and I just haven't been able to find one in this patch of woods. But some do exist. Right? You can find them, and that was what they were talking about in the management plan, that they were going to try to leave trees that appeared healthy and cut in those group selection cuts and in the clear cuts and shelter woods, cut out trees like this one, which are really heavily infected with the disease.